Welcome to Chess Expert Tricks. In today's video, I have an amazing opening strategy. I will show you the different ideas, tactics, and all winning variations of that too. Your friends will definitely shock seeing you playing like that. It is famous by fried liver attack. Maybe you have already listened about that, but I am going to show various different analysis in which you are going to win. So stay tuned till the end.
I never made it, but I know what it takes.
So friends, let's start today's video. This trick can only be played by white pieces. So white starts with pawn e4, black pawn e5, knight f3, then knight c6, then bishop c4. So most of you that already seeing this position several times, also known as famous Italian opening. So now black moves his knight on f6. He chooses knight pair. Now we will move our knight on g5. So from here our knight is threatening this pawn. After capturing this pawn, we can threat rook and queen together. So what black will do is he will move his pawn on d5. Now we will capture on d5. From here there are several different variations which can happen. I will show you one by one all of them. So first move on the very common move which black is going to play. Black will move his knight on d5. So here is a blunder move that we are going to play. We will move our knight on f7. Now king is pretty much forced to capture our knight because we are threatening his rook and queen together. So king will capture a knight. So this is what we want. Now we will move our queen on f3. Now we are giving check to king. So black can save his king by moving his queen on to this square. But if he go for this square, then we can easily capture his knight. So he will not play this move because it is not a good move. As this knight is already pinned, black can't move this knight too. So black has two or three options which black can go. Black can move his king to this square or this square or this square or this square or this square. So we will discuss each of them one by one. So as you guys can see that moving king to this square is not a good move because we can capture his knight easily. He can't save his knight. So he will not go for this one. And same is goes to with this move. We can easily capture knight here too. So he will not go for this too. So if black goes for g8 to save his king to keep his king in a safe position, so there is a blunder because now all moves are forced from here. Black is gone. Let me see you how. Bishop capture his knight. Now since we are giving check to king, queen is pretty much forced to capture our bishop from this move only. Now we will capture his queen. Now he can only block the checkmate from his bishop, but we will capture his bishop and it's a checkmate. So we will see that moving king to this square is not a good move. The best move here which black will going to move is to e6 because this is the only move which by which black can save his knight. So what we will do is we will move our knight on c3, creating more pressure on d5. As you can see that black king is pretty much vulnerable from this position. He moved his right to he lost his right to castle and all pieces are stuck. Now black has to support his knight. He has two moves. He can move his knight to this square or he can also move his knight to this square. So what is the good move which black is going to play? Black will definitely play his knight on b4 because this not only saves his knight to capture but also creates a pressure on this weak pawn. But what we are going to do, we will ignore the threat to this pawn. We will move our pawn to a3. Seeing this, black will instantly capture our c2 pawn. Now we will save our king moving here. See, we lost our rook because it is not pretty much participating in our game right now. What we have done is we have removed the defense from this knight. So now we can easily capture this knight. So on the next move, we are threatening this pawn by threatening king and rook together. So black can not save his rook. Black has forced to move his king to here. We have a very good move. We will move our pawn to d4. If black captures, then we will move our bishop on f4. Since now black king is in a check, so he will move his king to here. Now we will capture this pawn from a knight. Since we are giving check from our queen, and so the rook is gone. So this is a well strategy. But what if he not captures our pawn with this pawn? What if he move his bishop to here? Then we will move our rook on e1 and create more pressure on e5 pawn. See, what our basic idea is, we have to capture this pawn, so somehow we can remove his pawn from the center and can attack with all our pieces to this vulnerable king, and we can easily win from here. So let us move on another variation. So what if knight moves to e7? So from here we will move our pawn on d4. So from here, what is the plan of black? Black is going to move in his next move this pawn to c6 to support his knight. But what we will move is our pawn to d4. If black captures our pawn, then we will simply capture his knight. Then knight captures knight, and then we will move our queen to e4, giving checking. Now whatever black will move, but in the next move we will capture his knight from our bishop. So let's discuss another variation. What if black don't capture a pawn and he moves his pawn on c6? Then we will move our pawn. Then we will move our bishop to g5. Black will move his pawn on h6. Then we will capture his knight. Bishop capture his bishop, and then we will simply castle. Now what is the strategy behind castle is this: we are attacking with our all four pieces, and this black king is very vulnerable. Then we can easily win from here. And you can see that all the pieces of black are just of no use. They are standing beside the king. So from here the game is yours. So let's discuss another strategy, which is very uncommon. So guys, before I move forward, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to bring some more amazing videos for you, and it is not good if you miss those. So don't forget to subscribe and do like. So what if black moves his knight on a5? He is threatening our bishop. We will move our bishop on b5. Now if black moves his bishop on e7, then we simply move our queen on e2. If bishop capture bishop, then we capture his bishop, and we are threatening his knight, king, and giving a check. So it is really a bad move for black. What if black don't move his bishop? We can see that black is really forced to move his pawn on c6. So we capture his pawn, and the pawn captures pawn. Then what we are going to play is a blunder. We will move our queen on f3. So we are pinning this pawn. We are threatening this pawn. We are threatening this rook 2, and in the next move we are threatening to give it check 2. So it is a very good move. So guys, these are all the strategies in the fried liver attack. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe. So guys, I have an amazing puzzle for you. But before that, guys, I have an amazing tournament chessboard for you. It is a waterproof chessboard. You guys will get 3 different colors board in a single purchase with a beautiful carry bag. Don't forget to buy it now, because it is available at a very big discount. You can find the link in the description. Go now. So let's talk about this puzzle. Guys, white is going to mate in 3 moves. tell me in the comment the answers, and I will pin that comment that is described in the best manner.